Recording in progress.
Good evening. This is the January 14th meeting of the Lowell Conservation Commission. I'd like to start by introducing a new member. We have Kristen Ross-Sikowicz here, recently appointed last night at City Council meeting. So tonight is her first meeting, and it will be a long one. I have to apologize again for a couple lacks of quorum over the past couple meetings, but we have quorum today, and we will proceed accordingly. So bear with us today. We're going to try to get through everybody as quickly as we can, but it should be a long meeting tonight. We're going to start off request for determination of applicability. Keith Soares project at 36 Shirley Ave. This is an RDA filed by Keith to construct an addition at 36 Shirley Avenue. The entirety of the work will take place within the FEMA 100-year floodplain. Hi.
Yeah, good evening. My name is Keith Soares, the contractor for the 36 Shirley Ave.
So it's been a while since you came before us. We had talked some about the, the impact to the flood zone here. We had requested some additional information, I think, about this plan,
Yes,
and
we have that on the print itself.
so I don't see any elevations. The newest plan is 11/6/25.
I believe that's the only one I have, the newest one.
So it is the most recently updated thing in our package.
Yeah, and we have on that plan, the survey give us the flood zone, the
Elevation of the
Yes.
flood zone. All right, so that is listed in the notes as 100.7. So the problem is that I don't know what elevation any of your stuff is, right? Anything that you're building, the deck, how the elevation, right? What we're talking about is addition to the floodplain.
Mm-hmm.
If it's just one corner post
That's all we have.
and that 100.7 is underneath the deck, then it's just a post, right?
That's all I just want.
But 100.7 could be over the deck, and then the whole deck is in the flood zone. So I don't know where the elevation of the deck, I need to know what elevation the deck is going. Where is that 100.7 in relation to the deck? This isn't enough information for me.
I thought I have that already on the height of my, it's not the deck, it's the addition I put in.
Addition, sorry, excuse me.
Yeah, addition I put in. The decks, we work the decks, but we're not doing anything with the deck. We just take out the board and put a new board in, and that's it. Nothing with the deck.
It's an addition built on a post.
Yes.
So I was thinking about it as a deck, because it's a non-standard.
The addition, we have that, I believe I put that was, my height was 3 feet in there. The height of.
Yeah, no, I understand the post is 3 feet, right? But is 100.7 hitting the post, or is it hitting the addition? The top of how much of this addition is in the floodplain?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Okay,
It sounds like you don't, I need to know where 100.7 is on that site.
okay.
Because that tells me how much you're building in the flood zone.
All right, I'll talk to him again and see if he can give me,
You're gonna need an elevation study.
okay, I'll talk to him.
Yeah, you're gonna have to take a benchmark off of one of the sewers
Yep,
nearby, the manhole cover, something out in the street,
I'll talk to him.
and tie that to your ground area
Okay,
outside where you propose that addition.
Yeah,
Right? It's a short survey, but I need it.
okay, I'll ask him to add that in there, so you just need the elevation.
The elevation of the
I
ground.
put it in already, but I maybe I didn't, but I'll ask him.
I don't see any elevations on the plan.
Okay, it's fine, I'll ask him again.
Sorry to keep pushing this down the road, but I think that we need to continue.
Sure,
Our next meeting is scheduled for January 28th,
okay.
I think.
Yes.
Can I get a motion to continue, unless anybody has any other comments?
I would just make sure that you address some of the project review comments for your next meeting, so you're not gonna have to return another time.
Are there any in particular that,
Well, the sloping, is the extent, is there mentioning of the extending of the, sorry. The foundation, see the three comments,
yeah, all right, so there,
be addressed.
there is a comments letter attached to your file from the staff at the city.
Okay,
There are a few comments from the project review team. Number one, it's an 8x6 edition, no action. Number two, the application plans indicate that one new footing is being added, right? That's what we've talked about, the post with the concrete footing.
yep,
The commission should confirm that the foundation for the home is also being extended. I think that's not the case. We're not building new foundation, right? Number four is topographic maps do not show a slope where the addition would be constructed. And that's really what I'm getting at here, is that we need the topographic information, the elevation survey, to show what the,
I did show him the comment that the committee gave me, I did send it to him, and he said he added into that already, and whatever I have, I just submitted to Pete
Yeah,
just as is. But I asked him again, though.
you can send him this video. It's on YouTube
Okay,
because he didn't understand you.
okay,
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Okay.
Right, thank you.
I'll make a motion to continue this item to the January 28th meeting.
I'll second that.
Second it, all in favor?
Aye.
Right, thank you.
Thank you. Next up, we have an enforcement order. Wakamai Lowell and Kamai American Cultural Center, 48 Townsend Ave. An enforcement order has been issued for the removal of landscaping and trees within the 100-foot buffer zone of a wetland and in the FEMA 100-year floodplain. Is anybody here to speak on this issue? Hi.
Well, hi, my name is Boram Sam. I'm Marina Cap. Live at 25 Reader Street. It's our first time for cutting tree, huh? Oh,
Yeah, sorry, this is not your item, guys.
Is anybody online? No.
Yeah, nobody's online.
Yeah.
So
Just move it.
we don't have anybody to speak on this issue. I think we're still waiting on final presentation.
Yes.
I think maybe they missed that they're on the agenda for tonight, given their track record of coming here anytime they are. Do you mind reaching out to Sam and let him know that we're going to continue? Thank you.
Make a motion to continue this to the January 28th meeting.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Not you guys. Yeah, let Sam know that we'll continue. Thank you. Notice of intent, the New England Power Company, Mass DEP file number 206-0846. Project location is 32 to 41 Reese Avenue. A notice of intent has been filed by the New England Power Company to make accessway improvements and construct a stormwater detention basin at this site on Reese Avenue. All work is within the 100-foot buffer zone of a bordering vegetated wetland and within bordering land subject to flooding. Do we have anybody from New England Power here? All right.
No, it's later. Oh, it's a different one. Okay.
Well,
All right, I'll make a motion to continue this to the January 28th meeting.
I'll second that.
seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I thought we were going to check some boxes here tonight, but it's looking like we're just going to do this again in 2 weeks. An emergency certification, City of Lowell, project location, Weber Street right-of-way near 73 Weber. An emergency cert was issued on October 17th. The applicant cut the roadway around a sinkhole, engaged in excavation to assess the void, and installed mesh fabric and backfill.
Hello, I'm Evan Walsh, Executive Director for the Wastewater Utility. The work was performed the week of November 17th. No issues. I have pictures if you would like to see them. If you have any questions, let me know.
I have no issue with the work that was performed.
Yeah, I mean, it's an emergency, so it has to get done. I'll make a motion to ratify the emergency certificate.
Second?
Seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Thank you.
Next up, we have a request for determination of applicability. Carl Bahia, project location 105 Boulevard Street. A request for an RDA has been filed by Carl Bahia to expand the existing back landing at 105 Boulevard. This work will take place within the 100-year FEMA floodplain. Good evening.
Hey, Carl Bahia, Bayfield Property Services. Yeah, just removing two existing sonotubes and replacing them with relocating two and adding one just to expand the back landing. Extending it 5 feet against the house, alongside the house, I should say.
I'm going to ask the same questions that I was asking our first applicant
Yeah.
here, is how much of this work is in the flood zone? Where is the flood elevation? If it's, you know, if we're just talking about adding one post,
Yep.
I'll say the same thing to you that I said to them, right? If we're talking about adding one post, it's a de minimis amount of addition to the flood zone.
So what do you, as far as the flood zone goes, what are you looking to find? Height with the flood?
So there is a flood height, 100-year flood line.
Yeah.
In the FEMA maps. That elevation compared to where your house is. If your structure of your addition is in that flood zone, you know, in that line, then it's a lot more you're adding to the flood zone.
Right. It's I'm trying to figure out how, so you're on the same level as the existing level, and it's just coming out 3 feet and over 4 feet of the existing
Yeah, so
platform.
columns, posts are not considered to be an important addition to the flood zone, but structures are. And it's our job to make sure that structures aren't added to the flood zone
Okay.
without proper compensation.
In the ground or on the ground? Above the ground, I should say, sorry.
Above the existing ground, right? Because there's already earth, so that's already filled.
Yep.
And we're talking about how much more fill are we adding to the flood zone, right? So if the ground's here and then your house goes here,
Yep.
where's that flood line? Are you building this whole addition in the flood zone? Or is the flood zone just a couple inches up the post? We don't know.
So the whole landing could be above the flood, 100-year flood level, and then it wouldn't be part of it, right? But then, and the post could be below that level. So we're just trying to figure out if the landing itself is at the level of the 100-year flood.
It's an existing, it's that existing level, so how, that's already determined, the height of it. It's not going up any, it's not going down any lower, it's not going higher. It's the same exact plane.
Yeah, and the regulations have changed since that was probably constructed.
Okay?
So our job is to avoid additions, although, you said landing. What are we really talking about here? Is this stairs?
An actual, like, yeah, one step down from the back entrance.
So is it basically a deck?
It's a deck, yeah.
No, consider.
I mean, I mean, you're landing and that's your,
No. Yeah, I mean, 8 by 10, that's a deck. I think deck is more of a.
no, it's not 8 by 10, it's 5 by 8. Isn't it?
Our description says it's increasing from 4 by 3 to 8 by 10.
I didn't think it was that big.
In any case,
In any
it's
point.
not just a staircase,
All right.
right? It's a
Adding
deck,
onto the existing-
a deck and a staircase, right? So posts and stairs are de minimis additions to the flood zone.
Right.
But a landing or a deck is not. Right? So if that deck is in the flood zone,
Right.
then we got a problem. You need to find the elevation where that flood zone line is. It's going to take an engineer to.
Okay.
This is not as easy as
That's fine.
just
Who do
coming
I
in.
contact? Civil
We
engineer? I mean,
we can't
Well, I'm just
recommend a
saying
civil
that a
engineer.
civil
Yeah,
engineer would give me-
you're probably gonna need a short elevation study
Okay.
on this.
Cool.
To decide, to determine where the flood zone line is in relation to the structure that you're proposing.
All right.
Okay.
In 2 weeks?
We can certainly continue to 2 weeks. If you need to continue past that, you just let the office know.
Awesome.
And you can continue without having to come in.
Very good. Thank you.
Any other comments?
No, I'll motion to continue to the next meeting.
All right, January 28th.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Request for determination of applicability. City of Lowell, Jackson Street right-of-way near intersection with Marston Street. An RDA has been filed by the City of Lowell for roadway and engineering improvements to the roadway on Jackson Street near Marston Street. The proposed work is located within the 100-foot buffer zone of bank. Go ahead. Sorry.
Hi there.
Still trying to decipher what that means.
Sorry, what was that?
Of 100-foot buffer zone of bank is what it says in the agenda.
Yeah, I believe two bank associated with the canal. So sorry, I can get started and get into that.
Go ahead.
Dan Kanata, I'm an environmental scientist at VHB here on behalf of the city. I was coordinating with Taylor Donovan, who submitted the application previously. So again, this is a project here, a city project, pretty minor engineering improvements at the Jackson and Marston intersection, largely to improve pedestrian and cyclist accommodations in the area. Really looking at constructing a raised crosswalk, repairing cement, concrete sidewalks, and then pedestrian curb ramps, as well as creating a dedicated drop-off zone for the community health center. The project is limited to just the 100-foot buffer zone associated with bank of the Hamilton Canal. There's no proposed work within the canal itself, no impact to land underwater or any associated bordering land subject to flooding in that area. No new impervious surface is proposed. It's all work is contained within existing disturbed areas, and also the existing drainage patterns are going to be maintained. In terms of mitigation measures, we are proposing catch basin inlet protection in the form of silt sacks just in catch basins in the area. And other than that, that's really all. It's a fairly straightforward level of effort there.
Yeah, I don't think that we typically get too involved in the distance from a downtown canal.
Okay.
As long as you're not getting any soil into the canals, then I think that we're good to go. It sounds like you've got a fine path to protecting it.
Great.
As long as the silt sacks and everything are being used to make sure no debris or anything gets into catch basins, I'm happy with this project. So I guess I'll go ahead and make a motion to give this a -3 determination.
A second.
Any other comments? Yeah, it does sound like a great, opportunity to decongest some of that area.
Absolutely.
Yeah, sounds like a good project. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next up, we have an enforcement order, Marina Kep and Borami Sam, 25 Rita Street. An enforcement order has been issued for the removal of trees within the 100-foot buffer zone of a wetland. Hi.
Hello. Hi.
Can you tell us a little bit about what happened out there?
We were just trying to clear out and clean up all the stuff that the neighbor, we just moved there like 7-8 months ago, and we were just trying to stuff that are like they throw like branches and stuff like that, and on our side of the house. So we would try to clean it all up, and a lot of stuff that we've been cleaning, and we have friends and stuff like that to help us out. So we seen, the tree, a few tree that was kind of like, lean into our house a little bit, and then, so we were trying to clean it all up, and, we would, of course, try.
How big are these trees?
How big it? I would say one of them are like probably this wide, and then some of them are small, like a little tree too. There are larger, there are small, and tend to be like around the neighbor, tend to blowing the leaf, putting on the side, and throwing branches on our side. So we just try to clean that up, and we just top off a few of it, and just to make it nice and neat and clean. We did not try to damage the property or anything like,
Do you have any photos from before?
What do you mean the photo, like from?
Any pictures that you took of that little area that we could see?
So we could see like what trees were there beforehand and what came down.
Probably from.
That's after, right?
Yeah, it is after.
Yeah.
You can see here. You can see this one.
How many trees in total do you think you took down?
The other one's a little bit.
The little one is on the side, I would say, I don't know,
And that's the
3, 4, 5.
Okay.
The other side, I think about 2.
Yeah, like the saplings almost.
It's not like humongous tree,
Yeah, and then if there was like one bigger tree, maybe?
One a bigger tree that's it,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might have been. Okay.
Meeting, and, so we just, think that, okay, if
Yeah.
So, typically, if it's under 4 inches, like your height here, then it can be cut without any kind of issue. If it's bigger than 4 inches, you guys would need to ask again. It looks like there's 1, maybe 2 trees in that case, and if they're leaning over your property, we'd still probably say, go ahead. We could talk about remediation, but it does look like there's still plenty of trees in this area and a fine canopy.
Yeah. It looks like a healthy tree area, and it sounds like most of what came down were saplings, really.
Yeah, if, something like this is not a problem, you go ahead.
those type of tree or like this big a tree, it's like, you could see like the dead, like, it's not too healthy. So
Yeah.
we was just like, oh, if you clear this out and clean this up, it's gonna look nice.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So,
I mean, our side of the house, it looked like cleaner, and then so people can't just come and just like tossing all these branches from their house and
Yeah.
just tossing all that, that we try to clean our best when we moved there. And I had a video of neighbor that blowing the weed, putting a bunch of it right on the side house, and it looks ugly. You know what I mean? That's all we tried to do.
oh, yeah.
We did not try to kill all those trees, but we still have so much tree in the back, which is fine.
Mhm.
We like trees, so
Yeah.
it don't matter. And then, of course, the neighbor's gonna go, oh, it's too loud, and then they go, oh, we don't have a privacy, it's like,
It isn't your house.
It's not your, yeah.
right?
It's just,
Oh, you wanna run naked? Oh, excuse me, I have kids.
Yeah.
That's what they said, so.
All right, so,
I don't know.
it sounds like in this case, we would have given you permission to cut it down anyway. In the future, if you want to go cutting any big trees down, you know who to ask.
yeah, so you just reach out to the office. You'll come and see us, something like this. Instead of it being an enforcement order, it'll be a request of determination.
Yes, send us a picture.
It'd be nice, it'd be easy, you send us pictures and we'll be like, okay. So that's just, anytime you really want to do anything in that area, take down trees or anything, you have to come to see us first before you do any of the work.
So, what about, like, how people putting branches and throwing stuff there? I can't, tell them, I don't want.
We have nothing to do with that. We have enforcement of the buffer zone to the wetland. And your neighborly disputes are not something that we want to get into here. That said, you know where his office is, right around the corner. The other side of the hall is inspectional services, and they do, making sure that people aren't dumping on your property. If you have a complaint like that, an inspector would make a site visit to you. If that happens, that's who to call.
Now we cleaned everything up on that side already, so if
Yeah, we certainly appreciate you taking a little bit more care than the previous owners. We love that.
thank you. If anything, we come to Peter and ask you.
Yeah.
Leo the lion. Look for a motion to ratify.
I'll make a motion to ratify the enforcement order.
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Yes.
I'll make a motion to rescind the enforcement order.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. This is now cleaned off your record. Thank you for coming in front of us.
Thank you,
Alright.
thank you, guys.
Yep.
Thank you, Peter. All right.
Marie's going to recuse herself for this next item. Next up, we have a request for a determination of applicability. Peter Nolan, 60 Aegean Lane. A request for a determination of applicability has been filed by Peter Nolan to repave and extend his driveway at 60 Aegean. The proposed work is located within the 100-foot wetland buffer zone. Hi.
Hi, Peter Nolan. How are you? Yeah, I just wanted to repave what's existing there and then up to the right side where I keep my trash barrels and basically so I can park my truck over there.
So the distance from the wetland is a huge factor in how we decide to permit or not permit this kind of work.
So I went over it with the gentleman over here in the office, and I think we're 8 feet. We have an extra 8 feet from where I want the driveway. He showed me the wetland line, and it was like 62 feet it had from the.
So yeah, outside of the 50-foot buffer is how we typically think of enough grass runoff to make sure that all of our sediment is captured from the driveway.
Yep.
So I don't have any exception to what you've proposed. Any other comments?
No, so what you're adding is just filling in that little patch of grass there that goes back down to like where the shed is?
It's the current.
No, it's right on the
currently
side of
per-
on the
Oh,
right
okay.
side of the house. It's already gravel.
Yeah, oh, yeah, no, I see.
It's already set up. They're just gonna.
Okay,
go
perfect. Yeah,
over.
I see it now. I understand what you're saying
Yeah.
now. Yeah, so it's already set. Yeah, I have no problem with that. I'll make this a motion to grant this project a -3 determination.
Seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Beautiful. Thank you.
You can grab your paperwork from the office and should be good to go.
Just come back down during the week. Oh, okay. Okay, so I don't have to come back down. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. If you don't mind letting Marie know she can come back in, I would appreciate it. I was going to put you on speakerphone, but then you whispered. All right. Notice of intent, City of Lowell, Mass DEP file number 206-0848, project location Billerica Street over Marginal Brook Bridge. An NOI has been filed by the city to replace a failing 10-foot span culvert with a 15-foot span culvert located on Billerica Street over Marginal Brook. All work is within the 100-foot buffer zone of a bordering vegetated wetland and inland bank, and within the 25-foot riverfront area, and within the FEMA 100-year floodplain. Anybody on this one? All right.
I'll make a motion to continue this to the February 11th meeting.
Second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
This meeting is not going how I expected it to go.
It's going to be another long one next one.
Notice of intent, MG Architects, Patrick Myers, 245 Lafayette Street, Unit 2B, Salem, Mass. DEP file number 206-0847. Project location 35 Bowl Road Extension. A notice of intent has been filed by Patrick Myers to construct an addition at 35 Bull Road Extension. All work is within the 100-foot buffer zone of a bordering vegetated wetland. Good evening.
Joshua Budd, and I'm the general contractor.
Okay.
Oh.
You want to tell us a little bit about your project?
Yes, it is a 19 by 22 foot first floor addition for single floor living for the client that has ALS.
Just give me one moment to pull up the
Sure.
plans here.
Yep.
So I see on the plan that you're showing the 25-foot buffer cutting through the property.
Correct.
While there is no current city bylaw that does not permit something like this, I believe that there will be a motion on next city council agenda to draft an ordinance that does state that no construction will take place within the 25-foot buffer. That said, again, not on the docket right now.
Okay.
However, this may be a critical item for us as a board to decide the level of support we would give such an ordinance. This is an exceptional case where making a home right for somebody with a disease that impacts their mobility, this would allow them to continue full enjoyment of their property. But I also feel that construction cannot take place this close to the wetland without there being an impact to the buffer, to the wetland itself. I think this is a perfect case to test our worst case scenario of having such a hard guideline, and very possibly why Louisa did not support a hard coded 25-foot buffer.
In the ordinances.
I guess let's start with that one before we dive in any deeper into the logistics of protection of wetlands. Any thoughts?
Situations where you making somebody's life easier, and I'm not sure there's might be another way for them to be able to stay inside their house, maybe. I don't know. We don't know the situation, obviously, so we can't really make assumptions that way. But even, that's within the 25-foot, and usually 50-foot is where we stand, and so 25-foot is even, inside that is even closer than we usually have. I hesitate to have something like that, but with the nature of the project, it definitely makes you question whether we can't move ahead with that in this case, if it's a severe case. This is like, it's worst case scenario kind of, when you look at it, where someone really needs it. But that could be argued for every house that might come up for that situation as well.
Yeah, typically we operate, just for clarity, we operate under, a hope that the 25-foot buffer is considered a no disturb, and then the 50 is a no build.
I understand.
Right, so we're not even touching the first 25 feet, never mind putting a structure in it.
Right.
Without having seen what your house looks like, is there another on the other end of the house? Would that be feasible if you were to?
It is not, no.
Okay.
Too close to the other property.
You wouldn't be able to get permission to put it in the back corner between the deck and the existing structure?
No, it's too close to the, wouldn't fit the 19 by 22.
Why is the 19 by 22 the requirement?
That's the comfortable size for the bedroom to get the wheelchair around,
So that's getting like the wide doorways and everything?
Correct. It's going to be an ADA unit.
Any thoughts?
It's a tough situation all around. You had mentioned that the city doesn't currently have an ordinance, obviously 25 feet.
It does not. No, there is no current requirement. There are in many other towns.
Mm-hmm.
I do feel strongly that we use the buffers that we do for a reason. That's why we've recommended them, and part of the reason that this change, potential, of course, required law drafting and then city council approval of a change of our bylaws. It's something that I feel like this construction project can't be built without an impact to the wetlands, right? But this is the other side of it. I
just worry there's going to be some blurred lines going forward. If we allow the first 25 to accommodate for a wheelchair, unfortunately, there's many other illnesses that require wheelchairs to different extents. And do we want to be the ones making those decisions? And the 25 is going to blur the lines going forward, I think. We've always maintained the 50. And to take case to case going forward, I don't know.
Yeah, I would say that if this building were proposed today, we wouldn't permit it, even the building.
Yeah, the home wouldn't even.
Never mind the addition.
The home wouldn't even exist today if it was proposed, most likely.
Yeah.
I just feel it will open Pandora's box.
Even though a majority of the wetlands is in Chelmsford.
Oh yeah, it doesn't matter whether in Lowell or in Chelmsford. They're still.
Did you have a meeting with Chelmsford in December on the 5th
Yes,
or
we
the
did.
10th? And how did they rule?
They passed it right through.
Okay.
Given that this is an NOI application, it is a public hearing. Is there anybody from the public that would like to speak on this item? All right, hearing none.
So the farthest point of the addition is actually in Chelmsford? Is that how I'm reading this right? Or-
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, in Lowell, they are outside the 25-foot buffer.
My brain didn't
But
think
I
that
don't
for a
really
second
care what
here.
the arbitrary town lines are in the protection of wetlands, and I don't think that, I don't know. I know my vote. Is there anybody else have any comments? Any further comments?
Is there a way we can have legal look at this to put stipulations going forward? Again, going forward, this could open up and I understand the severity of ALS, but somebody's going to see it saying you need wheelchair accessibility, and there's many illnesses out there that require, unfortunately, wheelchair-bound individuals to lessen degrees. And going forward, if we allow one, are we going to have to allow the next one? Who are we to make a big, a decision case to case?
No, I think it's hard to be able to pass this project with how close it is. I mean, it's incredibly close to the wetland line.
Mr. Chairman, you mentioned that it was coming before the city council?
There's a motion to draft a code. Yeah. The motion is refer to legal to draft an ordinance, a change of ordinance that does not permit any construction within the 25-foot buffer to the wetlands.
So could I make a motion to continue until after the city council meets?
Yeah, I mean, they could shoot it down and then it's not something that we're fighting against.
It's a tough situation.
No, I sympathize with your situation, I really do.
There's a chance that this doesn't pass if we were to vote on it right now. The only thing I can think of, Paul's recommendation to potentially be able to pass this project is if the city council shoots down that idea entirely and the motion is no longer on the table. Obviously, it's going to be some time before a bylaw change like that happens, but we've been operating under that, that idea for quite some time. What do you think?
How much longer would that take?
So I believe that this will be on next Tuesday's city council meeting, where we will at least have an understanding from the city council how likely they'd be to consider something like this. Obviously, a motion like that usually is not something that gets shot down. I do expect it to pass, but it won't change the bylaws right away. The change of the bylaws is many months, right? But if they do shoot it down, it would probably be easier for us to permit something like this. Maybe. I don't know if it'll change the vote.
Right.
I don't think it changes my vote whether they agree or don't, unfortunately. As bad as I want to give this person as much as I can.
And if this gets denied tonight, then we can't move forward.
A denial tonight would mean that the project needed to be changed substantially in order to reapply.
Okay.
Yeah. Your options are to encourage us to put it to a vote, to request a continuance, or to rescind the application. The rescind of the application would mean that you don't get the negative vote, right? So that project doesn't have to be changed substantially in order to reapply.
Okay.
In essence, it basically operates like a continuance as far as the idea of the city council meeting goes. I don't know that it really aids you. I'm just trying to lay out your options.
And that would be next week?
I believe it will be on next Tuesday's agenda, but I won't know until we have the agenda in front of us.
Okay. Yeah, we're going to go with that then.
Continue?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's the right choice for you here.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to continue this project to the January 28th meeting.
The first thing we need to do is...
Sorry, close the public hearing.
Oh, wait, no, we're continuing, so I don't think we closed the public hearing.
No.
We'll give everybody an option to speak.
Yes.
Okay.
If there's anybody that, wants to add some public weight here, I could use another opinion. I'm very conflicted.
Yeah.
So, yeah, sorry. Motion to continue.
Motion to continue to January 28th.
Second.
Seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. We'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ugh. New business. City of Lowell, emergency certification, 141 Woburn Street. An emergency certification certificate was issued on December 10th. The applicant cut the roadway around a sinkhole, engaged in excavation to assess the void, and installed mesh fabric and backfill.
Evan Walsh, Executive Director for the Wastewater Utility, for the record. The work was not performed. The emergency certification was requested, but I am here to withdraw that request. The request was made. There were staffing issues for that week, and then a cold spell hit. So to potentially avoid more issues, the work was not performed. We're currently monitoring the sinkhole to make sure it does not get worse. There's a steel plate over the sinkhole as it stands.
Very kind of you to stick around. So do we?
We have nothing.
I don't think we do anything when
We
you
don't even
withdraw.
vote on that or anything, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Yep, thanks.
Thank you.
What a strange meeting. Request for determination of applicability. Fidelis Carpentry, project location 66 Hollis Street. An RDA has been filed by Fidelis Carpentry to remove an existing deck and construct a new deck in its place. The proposed work is located within the 100-foot wetland buffer zone. Anybody here to speak on this item?
Yes, on Zoom
Hello.
from Fidelis Carpentry.
Say that again?
For Fidelis Carpentry?
Yep, Fidelis Carpentry. Yes, ma'am.
Yep.
You want to tell us a little bit what you got going on over there?
Oh, it's just rebuilding a deck.
Same size, same elevation?
No, yeah, it's small deck.
Is the size of it going to change at all?
This
Is it the
demo,
same?
everything, yeah, now it's have a 12 by 12 deck. I have to demo everything, make a 12 by 8.
So it's getting smaller.
Yeah, smaller.
Okay. And the footings, the concrete footings,
Yes,
are there
I
going to
need
be
a-
the same number or less?
I need 3 new footers. Yeah, I need a 4 for stairs. Like a 7-footer.
How many footings does the existing deck have?
3. If 4 for stairs, that's same. But I
So
have to
this-
do new one for because the deck make it small now. The foot is not work anymore. I have to make a new one.
Okay.
But there's still going to be 7 footings total?
Yes,
And the old deck also had 7 footings, including the stairs?
yes. 3 for the deck, 4 for the stairs.
Okay.
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 How far away from the wetlands are you?
The owner is supposed to online. He's online.
Yeah, deixa eu falar com ele.
The owner of the house should have more information. He's supposed to online too.
Yes, my name is Roderick. That's one, I don't really pay attention to that, but I'm trying to reduce the size.
Okay. It looks like you're about 30 to 40 feet away from the wetlands, something like that, based on the GIS map. So the goal here is to make sure that no soil during construction goes into the wetlands. So if you could purchase some straw wattles, you know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
They're little tubes full of hay to make the, you put them down along the wetland line, and then you, they keep erosion from going in there.
I understand now. Okay.
Yeah, erosion control barriers,
Okay.
right? Put those down. Don't do your digging when it's gonna rain. You know, we wanna make sure we're not washing the soil into the wetlands.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah. I understand.
But other than that, I think that I have no problem having some new footings installed in replacement, replacing in kind.
There's basically a replacement in kind, so I think there shouldn't be any issues with this. And it's actually a smaller footprint in the end.
Any other comments?
I think I would just add, depending on the age of the build, codes are a lot different than they were 20, 25, 30 years ago. So if it's an opportunity for the homeowner to have a safer structure, I think this is a chance for us to be able to afford them that opportunity.
A motion?
I'll make a motion to grant this project a -3 determination with the stipulation that they put down silt fence or erosion control in the project.
On, second?
I'll second that. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. Good luck and enjoy your new deck.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Next up, 10:22 meeting minutes.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
Second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Election of officers. I'd like to continue for 2 weeks and wait for Mr. Dillon. A revised meeting schedule for 2026.
I feel like we can approve that one.
Yeah, we can definitely approve that one.
Motion to approve that.
Motion to approve, a second.
A second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
And a nomination of appointee to the Community Preservation Committee. I could kind of half-heartedly tried to get somebody else interested from this board in taking the opportunity to try this board out, because I do love it. But in the meantime, since I heard very little, I have run for chair. So I would love to continue to be the nominee to Community Preservation Committee, if you guys will have me.
Yeah. I'll nominate Brad as the appointee to the Community Preservation Committee.
I'll second that.
I'll second that, yep.
Thank you, guys. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Any final thoughts? Words of wisdom from Leo the Lion. No, hearing none. Final motion.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
All right. Good night, everybody. Thank you.
Record.